So, story goes, right? So, getting married, big deal, right? Rent a private jet, fly 100 Strat nights out there, right? And actually, some came to we took a bunch of hookers with us, right? Like probably 40, 50 from New York. But then we got others from around California, from Vegas, right? We had New York police officers, right? So it was like 100 Strat nights, 100 hookers, right? Another 50, 100 got recruited in Vegas. And we had them all shapes and sizes, from the bluest of the blue chips to the most disgusting pink sheet streetwalkers, like
OTC,
face of a sheepdog, shoulders of an NFL linebacker, right? Just like the most rancid shit you've seen, right? But we're equal opportunity employers, right? We don't want to be prejudiced, right? I be a nice guy, right? Anyway, so now the Bachelor was at the Mirage Hotel back then, which was all the rage. That was it. The Mirage was the greatest place ever, right? So we had the whole back part of this one floor of the Mirage, right? So my friend and I, I'm going to leave his name out because I'll just said that I'll give him that much respect here, right? So he was a huge gambler and a really major league CEO of a huge company in the garment center. This guy, right? Total wild man, right? But he was like out of his mind. I mean, this guy was doing so much coke, but he was like almost like David Copperfield doing coke. Like he'd carry around like a little billet of coke, right? And with a collar stay, right? And he could do it. He'd be 5 DEA agents around. He'd be like this. He's like, did he fucking just?
He's like a magician.
He's like a fucking magic.
Wow.
Wow. What did he just do? It was like sleight of hand. That's how good this guy was, right?
Damn.
He totally corrupted me. I'm very easily corruptible, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? I'd say
I couldn't tell.
I'm like the parents. No, people my parents warned me about, right? But anyway, so he was just a complete fucking wild man, right? So we're downstairs. He was a massive gambler. We're playing blackjacks. He's playing 5 hands at once. I'm playing 2 hands, $10,000 a hand. So he's up like $2 million, up like $750,000. We're fucking high as kites. I'm like probably on 15 ludes at this point for the day. At least 7-8 grams of blow, and just going on. It's like, nah, this is complete insanity. Xanax, Klonopin, because it sounds good, morphine. I had everything in my system once, but it was all perfectly balanced. So I was like, you saw me like, wow, the guy seems like he's sober.
How is that possible?
He had the setup.
I was balanced. I was balanced, right? Anyway, so finally, it's like,
Did you just say that? Like, where is the balance?
I referred to it as a perfect state of toxic poise, right?
Quickly, what he means is it wasn't in either direction too much.
Yeah.
He was balanced
and fought down,
like
not too much
stimulants,
anxiety,
exactly.
but I'm not a rubber band. Like,
Got it.
That was perfectly balanced, right?
Exactly.
At
some point, you get
I'm gonna
so
stay a rookie.
At some point, you get so fucked up that
plants, right? Anyway, magic mushrooms, right? So anyway, so here's what we got. So anyway, so we're downstairs, right? We're gambling like mad. I'm up like 700 grand. He's up 2 million, right? And after a couple hours, like, let's go upstairs to the bachelor party, right? So I cash out like $1.2 million in a bag, right? I had my $500,000 plus the 701, right? He leaves his chips there on the table. The guy, he just leaves it there because that's what's like when you're a huge gambler. So we go upstairs, and as we get to the floor, 20, I think it was 20th, 3rd floor maybe, and we turn the corner. It's like the fucking Matrix. It's like it was like the dark energy emanating. You almost like the room was pulsating. The whole really weird energy, right? 2 cops guarding the bachelor doors. We walk towards the doors. The cops say, "Mr. B, you do not want to go in there. You really do." I said, "We must go in there. We must. It's beyond our control." So we open up the door, and there is the bachelor party. And it's like it's like Sodom and Gomorrah on the 23rd floor of Mirage. It's completely out of fucking control. Now, just so you know, I wrote about this in my book, the first book, right? And I described that exact scene, which came on the heels of all the other insanity I was doing, right? And the interesting thing was I already bet about 150 pages in the book, and I was talking about crazy shit. I mean, candles up my ass. I was like, no, LPS, no big deal, right? All this crazy shit. Midget tossing that. All this. And this was a female editor, Danielle Perez Reyes, and she was awesome. She's like, "Oh my God, this is great." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "This is awesome. People are going to love it." She's like, "Oh my God." Everything, "Oh, great, great, great." I'm like, "Wow." I'm like, so I'm just going to go for it. So when I got to this part with the bachelor party, I'm like, I'll just fucking go for it, right? So I then write out like 12 pages describing every seedy, disgusting detail down to its most minute elegance, right? Where it's like, I mean, like literally you can see the cum dripping off people. Is that how much right? Anyway, and I send the pages to Random House, and I get back a comment. I don't think other human beings will understand it. And so I know a few will understand.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
These guys, you're talking to the two people that book was meant for. Let's see.
Can we get the unredacted version?
Anyway.
If they find this disgusting, you got a serious problem.
You will.
You got a real problem on your hands.
This is so anyway. This is like a space-time continuum tear. It like teared space-time.
The fabric of time and space.
Yeah, it did. Like there was music, it just stopped. There was like people froze. It was like, like fucking X-Men shit. Like it was like frozen in place, right? So anyway, so I met this guy and I, we walk in together, right? And there it is. The first thing we see is the bathroom door opens. A little hooker, blue chip, walks like 19, 20 years old. She's limping out, crying, and this guy follows her out. This guy, his nickname was the biggest dick on Wall Street. A 12-inch cock the size of a Campbell soup can, right? She's crying. So everyone gives her $500 for it. She's like, thank you. And she limps away, right? Okay, he's like, I had to do it. It must happen, right? Then it's like a dog poised on all fours with fucking getting blowjob, nitrous oxide.
Sorry. Can you say what you just said one more time?
Dude,
just the way you said it.
Dude, this is just, by the way, this is nothing. That's Rookiesville here, okay? Anyway, there's cocaine out on plates, dishes of Quaaludes. Everyone's fucking out in the open. Like, it's just complete fucking mayhem. Like an orgy out in the open, right? Like, nitrous oxide. Everyone's fucking doing whippets on a fucking tank. It's just complete fucking insanity. And behind us is the glass, view of Vegas. Just a scene like you couldn't imagine, right? Like out of the movies, right? So anyway, and by the way, here's the sick part. I didn't think it was weird. I'm like,
you just walked in. You were like, normal night in Vegas.
Right? Yeah,
normal night in Vegas.
Right? So then this guy, Wigwam was his nickname, right? Called him in the movie. He was rug rapping, as we called him Wigwam because he had the worst toupee this side of the Iron Curtain, right? It's like a fucking dead squirrel on his head. So Wigwam was fucking coked out of his mind, right? He's like, he comes and goes, yeah. I'm like, what? Ellie, my friend understood Lude's, I should say name, understood Lude speak, right? He goes, he said, check this out. He's like, ugh. He brings us to the back. We walk through a series of fucking naked bodies of hookers and insanity. Get to the back, and there at the back of the room, I see the single most disgusting thing ever going on. There's a total like this. It's like, by the way, thank God this was the before Me Too generation, right? I don't condone this, all you Me Too, but I swear to God.
Thank you for that. The review team will love that.
Yeah,
that'll take care of everything you just said.
Anyway, okay. So, okay, make a long story short, or make a short story long, right? There's a girl on a stool, a pink sheet hooker, truly with the face of a sheepdog, missing teeth, whole fucking thing. And there's like 20, it's just really bad. There's like 20 guys lined up, to bang her, and they're all banging her without condoms. All right? So they're lined up, one guy's banging her, and of course you have to look to see. Why not, right? So you're like, oh, what the hell's that? And we look, and you're like, this guy pulls out, as I came, and it's like the grossest, most disgusting pussy in the world. Like, it's like, this is like the ultimate vile pussy. Right? Like 15 people in there, and they're still going on, right? Anyway, boy, my wife's gonna be mad if you're telling the story. I know I'm in deep shit right now.
She's not here, right?
How could you do this? No, she doesn't care for me, no. Anyway, here go my corporate sponsors, right? So, all right.
Yeah, we don't have too many of them
I'm
to
going to
lose
start my own
here.
podcast. I'm not telling these stories, right? This is for my young generation, right? Don't do this at home, kids. It's not good.
Don't do it anywhere, probably.
Right? Okay, anyway.
Never. Yeah.
Anyway, so,
Except Vegas.
no.
It's about to get so bad.
It's pretty bad. So,
He's saying it's going to get worse.
oh, yeah. Anyway, so my friend is sitting next to me, and it's like this just disgusting scene. The music is playing, blasting.
What
Everyone's
music, by the
dead.
way? Just so I can
Sly and
imagine.
the Family Stone, Everyday People's fucking blasting in the background.
Everyday
Right,
People.
fucking girls are dancing this way and that way, boobs are fucking out swinging. My friend takes a look, and it's just like this just disgusting, rancid, pussy out, and it's like dripping with stuff, and the girl's like with a cowboy hat on. She's saying, yeah, she was getting money for it, right? And he reaches over to the side, sees a Dom Perignon bottle. He goes, all right, waits, and he goes, go, and drinks it out in front of 150 people. He bent down and drunk it out. At that point in time, okay, literally everything in the room stopped. It was like someone pressed a pause button, all right? And it seriously like tore the fabric of space. And then after he did a gargle and a formal bow, and everyone clapped and cheered, right? And just so you know, and this is a message to everyone real seriously. Like obviously this is 30 something years ago, right? But you know, you don't get there all, you get there like one little step at a time.
Yes.
Like we didn't think it was that, you know, yeah, it was nutty, but it was like, here's what happened. We were in this situation where everyone was young, everyone was making massive money. It was about how low can you go? What was the next low? Because like if something happened, right, then you know, okay, well, fair enough. What can you do worse? Like what can you do? It's more extreme. After a while, you're basically running out of things to do, so you're inventing insanity. So it's just like there's like these insane acts because you had to outdo the one before. So
it's almost like you start edging on this like pagan, ritualistic, like
it's like Rome. It's like honestly more. It's like, okay, so it's more like as you know when you're running an organization that large, it becomes its own self-contained society. It does. There's, you know, births, deaths, marriages, affairs, there's love, you know, there's hate, there's it's every emotion, every relationship going on within this organization, right? Thousands of young kids all making millions of bucks, right? So, hello?
Mom?
Who called?
Mom, who was it?
All making a ton of money, right? So, you know, what happens is it's like almost like it was like Rome, and this was like the Colosseum. The mob needed to be entertained. The mob, to stay together, the mob needed a spectacle, right? And you know, my partner Danny was Donnie in the movie he was like the Knights. He was head of the Knights Templar. They go around and like search for acts of depravity to just bring into the. It was really just really nuts. So that was really how it started, and it sort of did. By the way, that was not the end. That was very early on. Things got much worse after that. Wow. That was just a point. So I saw that, and I was like, I was so revolted. It really was, right. And I left. I said, I got to go. And I left the party, right?
It's too much for you.
It was too much. It was disgusting, right? The whole thing was, it was disgusting, right? All right. And I went downstairs and I said, took 5 Xanax or maybe 10 Xanax probably back then and passed out. Wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And my friend who had done that, right? He's shaking my shoulders. He's like, we got to get out. It's too depraved. I'm like, you're telling me it's too fucking depraved. We got to go. This place is evil, right? So, all right, when I take a shower, I go to the safe to get my $1.2 million. Fucking safe's empty. I'm like, where's my? He goes, I took a bit of I lost $3 million that night, and then lost like 30 million more over the. You know, so it got really bad.